it has been, hasn't it? I don't know about you guys, but I don't know. I haven't had time to think. It's been so full on for me. Well, I've got lots of news since I've last been here. I've got my reading glasses on for a start because I've had to go back to my old prescription because my arms aren't long enough anymore. So I've been to the optometrist, and in the next few weeks I'll have some new eyes coming. But until then, I've got to have these ones to see over there. Okay, I don't know if you have noticed, but I have a new website, and I also have a new personal assistant that's helping me out on my Facebook page these days, guys. Her name's Sarah, and she gets on and answers a lot of the inboxes that I get now because I'm getting too many. I can't keep up, which is awesome. I also have a book now button for those of you who would like to book in for readings via Skype and that sort of thing. Just makes it a whole lot more easier to get in contact with me, to book readings. I've got new things happening on there where you can get angel blessings and things like that coming along for you also. So there's lots of new happening for me. As well as that, I've done my first Psychic Expo, which I organised. And that was in Horsham, and it exploded the roof off the building. Horsham couldn't believe that there was finally all these psychics arrived in town to do readings, and we had an awesome event. So, yeah, I've got another one coming up in April in Maryborough. All right, so today I said to my guides this morning, what am I going to talk about today for you guys? Okay, and they said, hey, Michelle, what about if you just talk about the difference between being psychic and being a medium? Because I had someone phone me the other day wanting to book in for a reading and wanting to know what the difference is between being psychic to being medium. Okay, well, if you're a psychic, you're tuning in with the energy of the person that you're reading for. You're able to pick up information, you're able to see and feel and experience events that are coming for that person from their energy field, from their aura, from what you're being tuned into through their energy, okay? But if you're a medium, this spirit is actually engaging into your aura behind you, okay? They're blending into your aura for you and with you. And this then allows you to have information from that spirit person as if they were alive, okay? Now, when this starts to happen, you start to pick up what it's like for that person when they're alive. You pick up on their memories and their version of events and their concept of what was taking place, which can be a little bit confusing sometimes for the person that's there for the reading and asking to contact their loved one, because they have their version of what is happening or their version of the memories that they have regarding this person. And the person in spirit has their view of it as well. So sometimes it can be a little bit confusing for the person that's receiving the reading and the communication from the loved one in spirit. But usually they work it out. And this is why we need confirmation. We ask the spirit that's coming through using the medium as a channel to bring forth the information. We ask them for confirmation. We ask them to give us information that only the person that's there for the reading would know, okay? So that's a little short, brief description of what the difference is between being a psychic and being a medium, all right? Now, some psychics are mediums, but all mediums can be and are psychic, okay? So a lot of psychics do both, but they not all can do both, all right? So some tune in through the psychic of the person to contact the spirit that way, which isn't a true mediumship, okay? So, yeah, it can be a little bit tricky, can't it, all right? So getting the confirmation, that sort of thing, is what it's about, being a medium and helping that person that's come for the reading to get closure, to receive the answers and feel peace, and receive the information that they need to help them finish that karmic lesson that they are attached to with that person that has passed. Because when somebody does pass to spirit, everybody who is touched by that person's life has an experience of their passing, and that's part of their karmic lesson of letting that go, okay? It's our egos that hang on and go through all the grief and all that sort of thing, when our higher self just knows that that person's gone to spirit and is okay. All right, so we're just moving on a little bit from that. I'll just share something that's funny with you guys. My first experience of doing platform, I went along to a workshop with Lisa Williams, and I didn't know that she was going to be selecting 2 of her students to do platform with her at her show later that evening, and she picked me. And lo and behold, that was my very first experience of doing platform mediumship demonstration, and it wasn't just in front of, say, a tiny few little people. It was in front of, I think it was about 300 people, and I had to get up there and walk out and hold it together. I had a little bit of a meltdown, I must say, and it took me a while to really go, hey, look, Michelle, you can really do this, all right? So that's why I call myself a psychic. I don't really call myself a psychic medium, because for me, I've also learned that spirits don't always make the contact that you expect them to. Just because you're booking in and expecting a certain loved one in spirit, or a certain friend, or somebody like that you know to come through, doesn't mean that they're going to, all right? They've got their own agenda as well, just as they do when they're alive. Sometimes they might feel like popping in and saying hi and calling around for a cuppa. It's the same when they're in spirit. And especially if you're making constant contact and requiring constant reassurance that they're there, they're going to say, hey, look, no, my journey's finished. I'm not on the earth plane anymore. This is up to you now to move forward and deal with what's happening for you with your life, okay? So they don't always pop in. And you might be wanting them to, but often you might find that you'll get a different loved one or friend pop in. For me, because I am quite sensitive and very shy, I often get the more sensitive and shy spirits that do want to pop in and make contact. So I do believe that the type of people that come through in spirit, their personality does also resonate with the type of medium that they choose to come to for readings as well, for their loved ones to make contact. Okay, so Spirit just said, Michelle, say that. All right, so we got the new moon coming up on Sunday. All right, now, as always, the new moon is the time to make your new thoughts and blessings and plans and things that you plant, your new seeds that you want for the month ahead, okay? And I just thought I'd talk about that a little bit today. I'm trying to cram a lot of information in a short amount of time here. So the new moon is on Sunday morning at 6 a.m. and it's just before it slips across into Aries. So it is in the cusp of the Pisces Aries moon phase for you all out there. So it's just keep in mind that you're using like a water and a fire energy together when you're thinking about your angel blessings, when you're thinking about asking for the healing, when you're thinking about what it is you would like to put into the energy for the new moon for the next month. Okay, guys? Because I do feel that moving in and things are changing now. We've got the season that we're cooling down over here in Australia. You guys over there are warming up. All right, so there is the shifting of energy. There's the shifting of the seasons taking place. So this is the time of the moon phase for you to start to think about what it is you really would like to do for the next season, if you like. Okay, so it's not, to me, it's not just a normal new moon. This is a new moon that has the energy to set the foundation for the next 3 months for you. Okay, you do get a new moon obviously every month, but this one in particular is the one that's moving you into the autumn for you guys. No, what is it? Springtime for you guys and autumn for us over here. Okay. All right. Well, gosh, I've said a lot there in a short space of time. And I'm really looking forward to moving on to my first reader, to the first person for reading today. And I see there I've got Cairo. Hi, Cairo.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Now, how's your day been?
My day's been okay.
Yeah. You been busy?
Yeah, I got a new job. And
Awesome.
So,
Congratulations.
yeah, it's awesome.
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
Have you rang with a particular question you would like me to focus on for you tonight?
Yes, I am 12 weeks pregnant, and I just want to know if it will be a boy or a girl, if you're able to do that.
Oh, okay. That's a tricky one. I've got 50% chance of being right there, haven't I? I just want to explain first, when it comes to tuning into energies of unborn children, I pick up on the energy more than anything. So little boys, if you've got a sensitive little boy there, it can come through as a very gentle feminine energy, especially at 12 weeks, okay? And
Okay.
the same if you've got a little girl that's going to be like very boisterous and sort of very out there, and she might be a bit of a tomboy. So she might come through as somebody who's very masculine at this stage, okay? Because it's only a very, very new into the first trimester, aren't you? Finishing that sort of stage, okay? But I am being told to say to you, you're going to have to be on your toes with this little one. All right, this little one's going to be very busy. And I'm actually feeling a lot of happiness and a lot of joy from this. So have you been waiting for this I'm going to say little guy, actually. That's what I was drawn to say then, the little guy. So have you been waiting for him to come into your life for a little while?
I have. I have always dreamed of being a mom, so I'm really excited.
Yep. You know, he's got a very feisty, fiery energy around him, all right? So I do feel like he's going to be busy. And have you started feeling the movements already from him? I'm being told you have, the flutters.
I feel like I have, but I thought maybe it was too early. But yeah, kind of.
No, I'm being told he's going to be a very active little guy in there, jumping around. Like everybody's going to go, oh, wow.
Ultrasound. Yeah,
Sorry?
on my last ultrasound, actually, at 10 weeks, he was just moving around and jumping. It was really cool.
Yeah, and it's going to continue. And as you start to show, people are going to go, oh, my goodness, what an active little baby that is in there, okay? So he's here for the full experience. So you better be ready to get your running shoes on, because I do feel like you're going to be doing a lot of running after him once he starts to walk, especially, okay? Once he's not going to toddle, he's going to run, is what I mean shown, okay? I'm feeling like that. I don't. I'm. This is going to sound silly, but I'm feeling like there's a red hair energy around him. Okay, so does that make sense to you when I say a red hair type of energy?
Um, Mine and my husband's best friend is the same person, and he is redheaded. But like that would be the only person that we know of that's redheaded.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's got like that redhead energy. Like, you know, you think of the color of a redhead person and they can be very oh, fiery, feisty, I guess, but they can also have the other.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, does that make sense? You know what I mean now by saying that?
Yeah.
Because they can also be very reserved. They're very extreme. The red and
Yeah.
back in the back in the Vikings days, the red-haired people were considered to have something more royal or higher knowledge about them. They were considered to be of a higher stature within the community because of their red hair, the way it stood out. Okay, where now we sort of give them the bit of the, oh well, you're a bit different sort of thing. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, okay. Now, I'm getting brought across now to your work, your new job, and I'm being shown there that this is something that you've wanted this for a while, and it's interesting how you've just started this new job when you're moving into a pregnancy that you're really excited about as well, okay? So I'm being told to say to you, look after yourself first in this next 6 months, okay? Because I do feel like it's going to get really busy for you around the work front, and I'm being shown you're not going to stay there as long as what you're hoping, okay? That you will end up, I'm getting 4 months, that you're only going to be there 4 months. Sorry?
That's amazing because so I'm working at a daycare. It is very busy, and I've always loved working at daycares. And I'm doing this online class that I will be finished with it in 4 months. So I was going to quit working there and start doing that in 4 months.
Yeah, and it's going to lead you into I'm seeing a new phase, a new level, a different type of energy around your life altogether to where you've been, is what I'm being shown, okay? So with that, I do feel, and I am being shown, this is going to sound a bit funny, but I'm being shown like a pile of coins. And it's like you've been trying to climb to the pile of coins, but they keep spreading out on you and you can't gather them all up, all right? But I feel like you're going to be able to climb on top of these coins, which tells me you're going to be sitting on top of a really solid foundation for yourself, all right? I'm going to say in the next 18 months, as far as financial foundation goes for you. And I'm doing this with my hands, so I feel like I'm actually patting it down. You know, when you're patting down a bucket of sand and you make a sand castle, I'm doing that. So I feel like you're patting it down and you're getting it all into shape for yourself, because you're going to be juggling a lot of different things is what I'm getting shown, all right? There's lots of juggling going to come up for you, and that's especially why I feel Spirit is saying to you, get your running shoes on with your little guy. And you're going to be flat out with him, but you're also going to have so much going on for yourself on a work front as well, okay? So you better be ready.
Yeah.
All right, do you have another question?
Well, everything that I'm thinking of involves babies, so it has to do with names.
Oh, okay. You want me? What are you asking? What name?
Yeah. Like if I give you names or something of that, because I think it has to do with the personality of the baby and how it's going to be.
You know, the name that keeps coming to me is Cain.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Cain. I keep getting that name, Cain. So
That's our dog.
oh, you don't want to call him Conway. So you'll have, I don't know, there'll be another name that will sound like that, but I'm sure you're going to pick a beautiful name, okay? The name you pick will definitely suit his personality, and he'll tell you his name. He'll give you an indication of what he wants to be called, okay? So just keep your eyes out, because I'm feeling that you're going to get a sign. You're going to know the name that suits him, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm going to leave it there with you today and say thank you. And I'm going to move on to my next person is Georgia. Michelle. Sorry, Michelle. Who's in Georgia? Okay, hi, Michelle.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I've been okay.
Oh, you sound tired.
I am, a little bit. Been very stressed out lately.
You're a bit down, aren't you? You've got a lot of things you're worrying about. I can feel that straight away.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right. The first thing that I'm getting come through is to let you know that you have many, many loved ones looking over you and helping you at this time, all right? And I do feel like you need to know that you're going to be okay, all right? That's the very first important message that I'm getting come through for you. Now, have you phoned with a particular question that you would like me to focus on for you?
Right now, there's a couple questions, actually.
Okay.
Am I going to get back on my feet, and is my ex-husband going to stop being very controlling?
Okay. Wow. You have a doozy on your hands is the first thing I'm getting. I am seeing a lot of red energy around your ex-husband. There's lots, and that tells me there's lots of anger. He's very feisty. He's not ready to let go just yet, all right? But I do feel you're getting to the point now where everything that you do is making you stronger, all right? So even though you might feel down and feel like you're exhausted, I'm being shown that every time there's an event or I'm seeing it like a hand or a claw coming out trying to grab at you, it's actually making you stronger. It's making you more confident to stand your ground and move forward in the next few months. And with that, I do see a cutting of the ties there for you with him, okay? Because this is teaching you the karmic lesson of your inner strength, if you like, is what I'm being shown here. And I'm being told to say that you do have a lot more inner strength than what you realise at this stage, okay?
Because I feel hopeless right now because we share custody of a daughter, and he took me to court for child support, and this was supposed to be dropped. And this has been going on for months, and I just got a court stating that I need to go to court for this. And I'm afraid I'm going to get in trouble.
Tables always turn is what I'm hearing from Spirit for you. Tables always turn, all right? Just put one foot in front of the other and just constantly focus on the outcome being in your favour, because I do feel it will turn in your favour at the very last minute, right at the last minute, okay? I feel that everything's going to work out for you. It's about holding that energy and holding that inner belief, because nothing stays the same forever, but I do feel that there is going to be a closure and a finalisation of how it's going to be for you and him in regards to the access with your daughter, okay?
Okay.
So and I'm getting set free. I'm getting the word set free come through at the moment. So I do feel like you are going to be set free. And I'm feeling that this is going to, you've got another court case coming up, I'm being told, in the next it's either 3 weeks or 3 months. I'm getting the number 3. It's very soon anyway. And I do feel like this is going to be the one where tables will start to turn. So get your documentation in order, get everything in order. But each day, remember, at the end of the day, at bedtime, to sit there and say, hey, look, I've done this today, and acknowledge what you're actually achieving in this hardship, because this is a very big karmic finish to one big chapter in your life. And when this is finished, there is a whole new energy that I can see. It's like it's queued up behind a damn wall there, if you like, and it's waiting to burst through. So you've just got to clean off finish what's on this plate first, if you like, before that new energy can flow in, and that's going to happen. I feel like it'll happen by the end of this year for you. It's not going to be much longer. You're going to be moving into a new energy. I'm getting October in my mind now coming through from Spirit. I'm being told about October, and that's when I feel there'll be the activation of this new energy for you, So maybe using this new moon on Sunday morning for yourself would be a great time to focus on writing down that you want to finish off this cycle with your ex-husband, and writing down that you do want to move forward and what is best in the highest good for your daughter and for yourself and your husband, because he's healing. Because all of that energy that I'm seeing around him is telling me that underneath all this anger and all this stuff he's trying to throw at you, he's actually in a lot of pain, and he's suffering a real lot, And I know that's hard for you to understand at the moment, and you don't have to, because it's not part of what you need to worry about. But what you need to understand is to empower yourself with this. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It does.
Let me know how you go, all right? Because I am going to have to finish up there. I am running out of time. So let me know.
Is he going to be on the right path when he gets out of prison?
Oh, look. He's got a little bit of a journey still to I'm seeing like shuffling of cards, so it's like he's shuffling things. He's shuffling life.